Welcome back to Brewers. We've got a fun one today. For the first time on the channel, it's Shifty Brewing and their beer, Wicked Shifty. Yes, new brewery on the channel. Mary and I took a trip over to Nevada and tried out a few breweries over there. And so this is the first. Shifty Brewing was a good time. Mary wasn't feeling the vibes.
The beer was good. The vibes were eh.
I think if we would have sat at the bar, you would have had a better time. But we were with more people, so we wanted to get at a table instead. So. This is a beer I wanted to try on tap, and then they realized they were tapped out and had no more kegs. So that was great. But luckily, they had a 4-pack to go. So I have had this beer before, but I wanted to review it officially. Shifty Brewing Company is out of Carson City, Nevada. A little bit on the outskirts from what I was able to see. This is something very interesting, very new, very weird. This is a sour New England IPA. So it's a sour hazy. And then, before you say it's too weird, it did win a medal at the Great American Beer Festival. So they got to be doing something right with that. This looks like it was canned on August 3rd, 2025. So it is a couple months old at the time of filming. Wicked Shifty is a kettle soured New England IPA. Shifty Brewing is proud to say that it took home a bronze in the Great American Beer Festival 2018 American Style Sour Ale category. Wicked Shifty is a tart treat that blends bright acidity, notes of tropical fruit, and citrus into one radical brew. So there you go. The alcohol percentage is covered up, but I can say it's 40 IBUs, 4 SRMs, and obviously 1 pint of beer.
2 strikes already against Shifty. Tapped out of what you wanted in a bronze medal? What is a bronze?
3rd place.
Second loser. Alright.
But let's stop talking about it and get to drinking about it. Alright, it's survived the plane ride home, so let's crack open the can.
Yeah, tip for bringing beer home is what we found was we put it in a trash bag, but put it in Ziploc baggies.
Mm-hmm.
And then we checked the bag, and it was just full of all of our dirty laundry. So if it does explode, it's exploding on dirty laundry. Whatever.
And in a Ziploc bag.
And in a Ziploc bag. Smells like a hazy.
Yeah, I mean, you get that really fruity tropical front note there on the nose.
It doesn't smell like a sour. It
No.
smells like a hazy, but it smells like one of those, like, tarry hazies. Like a tar one. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You know what I'm trying to tell you?
No.
Like, there's some that smell and taste kind of like tar. I think you would probably call it resinous-y.
Oh, yeah. Like resin? Yeah. Hoppy. But yeah, it definitely doesn't smell like a kettle sour.
And why do people hate kettle sours?
Because they're easy to make, I think. Something like that.
Okay. So?
Yeah, I forget why, but I remember hearing like online or whatever that people like kettle sours are like, oh, they're like, I don't know, something about them being easy or I don't know. I don't really understand it. Weirdly enough, I find most kettle sours are better because they actually are sour compared to other beers that I've had that are not kettle soured and they're not that sour at all.
I mean, like, are people saying like it's a shortcut? Like, oh, it's just the fast and dirty way to do it? But if it tastes good, who cares?
People. Let's taste this beer. And then when you taste it, it tastes like a sour hazy IPA. You get all that acid, lip puckering sourness, and then it is your grapefruit tropical. And then at the end, I get a lot of bread, a lot of bready notes, a lot of yeast.
This is definitely more sour than it smells. It is a sour. It is, I don't know, I guess it's a little hazy. Not as
It's
hazy.
a lot of hazy if you look at it.
It's not as much of a hazy as I would think when I was smelling it. The flavors have reversed completely, or the flavor smell reversed completely. Like it tastes like a sour. smells like a hazy. I'm not getting any bread. I'm not getting much of a hazy IPA taste. It's more of a sour taste. But not too sour. It's not too crazy.
I think to me, it tastes exactly like what they say, like a sour hazy. I get all the tropical notes and all those notes you don't expect of a normal, like, kettle sour. And then on the front, it's sour. And yeah, I get a lot of yeast at the end. That's the only thing I don't like about it, is all the yeasty, bready note at the end.
This is the third strike for Shifty. Doesn't taste like a hazy. You're off the channel. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, I think it's not saying that it's going to be like a typical hazy. It's saying it's going to be something different and wild.
Yeah. No, I really like this. It's different. But it's good. I'll give it a 4.5.
I'm going to give it a 4.75. This is now going to be my 4th can of this. And I gotta say, that bready note at the end, that yeast note at the end, I'm really not a fan of it. Especially not in this style of beer. Either of these styles, the sour or the hazy IPA. And I think that's really a detraction from the rest of the beer. Otherwise, it would be a 5.
I guess to each their own. I don't get any bread.
Alcohol-wise, this is a really hard one to guess. I think sours hide the alcohol really well. I don't taste alcohol in this beer. So, I mean, it's only like a single hazy, so I'm going to say this is a 6.7% beer.
Ooh, I don't remember. I think it's 6.2. Yep.
6.2. Super light.
Yeah, I don't taste any alcohol whatsoever. I mean, I guess like right at the very end, I'm getting a little bit of that, what I call tar-ish, but it's not like super unpleasant, and it's not really like a lot. That has nothing to do with alcohol. But I don't know. This is a different one. It's interesting. I think it's worth it if you like hazies and if you like sours.
Yeah, and I think this is the only beer that we have left from Shifty Brewing. We did get another sour, that Very Berry, that you and my mom drank, and that was pretty good from what I remember.
Very fruity.
One thing that we saw, and you'll hear about this in the other videos too, is that a lot of the breweries had a very, very wide selection. They had like a lot of taps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they had like 20 taps, 14 taps, and they all had a bunch of different styles. You had your Pilsners, your Lagers, you had your hazy IPAs, your West Coast IPAs, and then you had your sours, and then they even had like, you know, like a porter or a stout, something for everyone, which is really interesting because over here, you know, there's a lot of breweries, and, you know, 4 of them by us have quote unquote a lot of taps, you know, but not always a lot of options.
Yeah, I'm not used to seeing very many sours or stouts on the menu, and everywhere we went had at least one of each. This place had 3 sours on the menu.
Yeah, because the one that replaced this one was also a sour.
Yeah, so well, it's a big variety out there in the Nevada, California, Tahoe area. It's good. It's a nice little niche.
Yeah, nice little area they have over there. Anyway, we had a great time at Shifty. This was a great beer, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell icon. You don't want to miss our other beer reviews coming up from the other breweries that we visited. And until next we meet, we're the Brew Amateurs, trying every beer from around the world. One chip at a time.